Hello everyone, welcome to the session of Current Affairs. This is for the third week of April. I have covered almost all the important issues of the week. So we'll quickly start up. The first issue, it's about the three cities of the world. See, the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, that is UNFAO, has recognized Hyderabad and Mumbai jointly as the 2021 Tree Cities of the World. So it is UNFAO along with Arbor Day Foundation. Okay, UNFAO and Arbor Day Foundation, there are the chances of asking about these two committees or foundations. So these two together have recognized Hyderabad and Mumbai jointly as the tree cities of the world. So what is the criteria to select any city as a tree city? The city is supposed to show the commitment to growing and maintaining the urban trees and greenery in building healthy, resilient and happy cities. So here is the statement. So commitment to growing and maintaining urban trees and greenery in building healthy, resilient and happy cities. So if this is being fulfilled by a particular city, then such a city is being recognized as the tree city by these two organizations, that is United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization and Arbor Day Foundation. Anyways, Mumbai has been recognized as the tree city for the first time, but it is the second time for the Hyderabad. So remember this, Mumbai has been recognized as the tree city of the world for the first time, whereas the Hyderabad is being recognized as the tree city for the second consecutive year. So you have to remember Mumbai and Hyderabad, these are the two places which are being recognized, and the two organization names, that is United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization and Arbor Day Foundation. These two are the organizations. The question for this is, which among the following cities have been selected as the tree city of the world for the second time? For the second time which has been selected, for the second time it is Hyderabad. So they may also ask a question, which among the following cities have been selected as the tree city of the world for the first time? So for the first time it is Mumbai. Okay, so for the second time it is Hyderabad. So next issue, it's about the India's retail inflation shot up to 6.95%. See, this is the highest in almost recent years. So what is the statement? India's retail inflation shot up to 6.5% in March 2022, the highest rate of price. This is a surge in food price inflation faced by consumers with hit 6.78 from 5.85 in February. So 5.85 was in Feb, and in the March it has shot up to 7.68% for the, this is about the food price inflation. Okay, this is about the food price inflation. So for the India's total retail inflation, so that is 6.95%. So consumers in rural India faced a higher inflation than urban citizens, with overall rural inflation rising to 7.66%. Guys, rural inflation rates are very, very important. So remember this, 7.66%, and the rural food price index jumping past 8% to hit 8.4% in March from 5.81 in February. There is a list of rates of inflation here. So for the food and beverages inflation, it is the inflation rate is 7.47%. For the oils and fats, it is 18.8%. For vegetables, it has crossed 11.6. Then for the meat and fish, it is 9.63%. For clothing and footwear, it is 9.4%. And for footwear alone, touching almost 11.3%. Transport and communication inflation has touched 8%. So among the states, West Bengal has recorded the highest retail inflation at 8.85%. So total India's retail inflation is 6.95%, whereas the retail inflation for the West Bengal is 8.85%, which is much higher than the overall retail inflation of the India. So who has presented this data? So this data is released by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation of Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation and Program Implementation. Okay. Then see, usually there will be a threshold level for any of the rates. So here the RBI threshold level for the inflation is 6%. Remember this, RBI threshold level is 6% and the India's present retail inflation level is 6.9%. It means that the current inflation rates have crossed the RBI threshold levels. What exactly is the inflation? See, inflation is the rate of increase in prices over a given period of time, and inflation is typically a broad measure such as the overall increase in prices or the increase in the cost of living in a country. So sudden increase in the prices of any commodity in a given period of time is called as the inflation of that particular commodity. So when you take a overall increase, then we take it as a overall or a common inflation or a general inflation. So when we are speaking about a particular commodity like food and beverages or transport or footwear as it is being given here, so in that case that a particular increase in that price of that commodity is called as the inflation of that commodity. It's basically about the demand and supply. When the supply is less, at that time the goods will be less and demand gets higher. It is like too much of money is chasing one single good. So in such cases we call it as inflation. Let's see the question now. Overall rural inflation for the year 2022 is 7.66%. They can ask anything. They can ask food price inflation, which is 7.68. They can ask India's retail inflation, which is 6.95%. They can ask food and price index, which is 8.04%. Food and beverages 7.4%. Anything. So the complete list is been given in the previous slide. So the next issue. Day of Equality is recently decided to celebrate in which state? So recently, Ambedkar Jayanti has been decided to be celebrated as the Day of Equality in one of the states of India. So the answer here is Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has decided to celebrate Ambedkar Jayanti, that is April 14th, okay, April 14th as Day of Equality. So answer is Tamil Nadu. Next issue, 2026 Commonwealth Games. Very, very important, guys. Please remember this. There are chances of asking one or two questions on this or any statement questions also. The 2026 Commonwealth Games, officially known as 23rd Commonwealth Games and commonly known as Victoria 2026. Remember this. Victoria 2026 is the name given to the Commonwealth Games 2026, which is the 23rd Commonwealth Game. And venue is mostly located within Geelong and Bendigo, with some events being held in the Gippsland, Ballarat and Melbourne also. So we get to know here that the host is Australia's Victoria. Okay. So looking into these cities, we can easily guess Australia's Victoria. Okay, Australia's Victoria is the host. And the sports like shooting, wrestling, which India has excelled earlier, are not included in the original list. Even the archery is also absent from the list. So there are chances that they may ask about these sports which are not included. They may also ask the host, or there are very chances that they may ask this particular question that which are not been included. And remember, this archery is also very, very important. Okay, let's see the question. Which of the following sport is not included in the 2026 Commonwealth Games? It is the archery. All the other sports are included in the Commonwealth Games. Next slide. Which country is hosting Street Child Cricket World Cup 2023. So any idea which country is hosting it? Guys, it is our own country, that is India. India is host, and it is organized by Street Child United and Save the Children India. These two are the organizations which are conducting or organizing the Street Child Cricket World Cup. 22 teams from 16 countries will participate next year. In the year 2003, the matches will be held and India is the host. Next issue. When is Save the Elephant Day? Very important, guys. Save the Elephant Day. So this aims to change this alarming trend by educating people about elephants and the plights they face, encouraging everyone to do their bit and help save them from extinction. So this is mainly to raise the awareness about the dangers which elephants are facing and the various difficulties they have to overcome to live. So here is some important data which I have collected. So according to the last count which had taken place in the year 2017, okay, in the year 2017 the last count had taken place and there were 29,964 elephants totally in India. So this is according to the 2017 report. There are 29,964 elephants in India. And remember, why I am telling it is very important is, see, Asian elephants, the elephants which we have in India are Asian elephants, Asiatic elephants. So those Asian elephants are listed in the endangered list. They are being listed in the endangered list. Okay, so who will give this endangered list? It is been given by IUCN Red List. So according to the IUCN Red List of the threatened species, the Asiatic elephants are in the list of the endangered species. Okay, so totally in India there are 29,964 elephants and there are 32 elephant reserves in India. Remember this. There are 32 elephant reserves in India and state with highest population. State with highest population is, sorry, here it has been typed wrongly. It is Karnataka. Okay, states with highest population is Karnataka. And what is the number of elephants in Karnataka? It is 6,072, which almost accounts for 22% of the total India's populations of elephant. Okay, then again in Karnataka, where are the highest number of elephants present? So Mysore Elephant Reserve. Mysore Elephant Reserve has highest population. Out of 6,072 elephants in Karnataka, 5,945 are present in the Mysore Elephant Reserve alone. Okay, so this is very important data, guys. Please remember, since the elephants are moved to the endangered list, there are very chances that they may ask about this particular issue. Okay, and when is the Save the Elephant Day? Here the option is, answer is April 16th. April 16th is celebrated as Save the Elephant Day, and this is mainly to create the awareness about the problems which elephants are facing and the issues which they are, or the various difficulties which they have to overcome to survive. Next issue. Which batsman recently completed 10,000 runs in T20 cricket match? This can be guessed very easily. I don't think so that there would be any problem to guess the answer for this. Who is it? So let me provide some information about the person here. So he is the 7th batsman overall and the second Indian after Virat Kohli to score 10,000 runs in T20 cricket during the match against Punjab Kings. Okay, I repeat again, he is the 7th batsman in the world and for India, he is the second batsman after Virat Kohli. So Virat Kohli is the first person to complete 10,000 runs in T20 cricket match, and this person is second, it seems. Okay, then some more information here. So as I said, he's the 7th batsman overall. He's the 7th batsman. Who are the other 6? It's Chris Gayle, who has scored 14,562. Chris Gayle from West Indies, Shoaib Malik from Pakistan, and Pollard again from West Indies. Then Aaron Finch is from Australia, Virat Kohli, Indian, David Warner, again Australia. So these are 6 people. So who is the 7th one? 7th one is Rohit Sharma. Okay, 7th person is Rohit Sharma. Next issue. Recently, 108 feet statue of Hanumanji was inaugurated by Prime Minister at which place? There are chances of asking this question, guys. I'll tell you what is the importance of this. See, on the occasion of Hanuman Jayanti, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveiled 108 feet statue of Lord Hanuman in the place called as Morbi. Morbi, which is in Gujarat. Okay, Morbi, which is in the Gujarat, and this is a part of Hanumanji Chardham project. So Hanumanji Chardham project, what exactly is this is? So as our country, as the central government has planned to inaugurate 4 statues of Hanumanji in 4 directions of the country: east, west, north, south. So the first statue, see, these other options are also very important. Remember, this Simla, this is the place where first statue of Hanumanji was inaugurated. This is already done. The inauguration is already done in the Shimla. So now second statue got inaugurated. This is the Morbi, Gujarat. Morbi, it is in the west. Shimla in the north. Okay, then so this is the second, this is the first one. Shimla was the first one. Morbi is now the second one. The third one will be inaugurated in the Rameshwaram. Okay, third one will be inaugurated in the Rameshwaram, which is to the south. And the West Bengal, here the fourth one will be inaugurated, which is to the east. So east, west, north, south. So all 4 directions, Hanumanji's statues will be inaugurated. That is called as Hanumanji Chardham project. Next issue. Pure green hydrogen pilot plant, guys, very, very important issue. You can definitely expect a question from this issue. See, here the pure green hydrogen pilot plant. This has been set up by Oil India Limited. Okay, India's second largest national exploration and production company. So this Oil India Limited has commissioned India's first 99.999%, okay, 99.999% pure green hydrogen pilot plant with an installed capacity of 10 kg per day. And this is being installed at Jorat pump station in Assam. Remember? So you will have to remember a couple of things in this particular issue. The first thing is, so who has commissioned the pure green hydrogen pilot plant? It is being commissioned by Oil India Limited, which is India's second largest national exploration and production company. And what is the percentage? 99.999% pure green hydrogen pilot plant. And what's the installed capacity? Installed capacity is 10 kg per day. And where it is getting installed? It is getting installed at Jorat pump station in Assam. And this was commissioned in a time of 3 months, which is a record time. Okay, in a very short span of time. Remember, here the plant produces green hydrogen from the electricity generated by the existing 5000 kilowatt solar plant using a 100 kilowatt anion exchange membrane electrolyzer array. I repeat it again. This is the first time such a technology has been used in India. So there are very chances they may ask this also. So again, I'll repeat it. See, there is already one existing solar plant of 500 kilowatt. Okay, the existing solar plant is of the capacity 500 kilowatt, and now the green hydrogen is being produced from the electricity which is generated by this particular solar plant. And there is one particular technique or a system which is being used, and that system is called as the AEM system, or that technology is called as AEM technology, that is the anion exchange membrane technology. Okay, so this technology is applied in the electrolyzer array, and this is the first time in the India where we can see the technology being getting applied. So please remember, so here the technology which they have applied is the anion exchange membrane electrolyzer array. Here is the news. The use of AEM technology is being used for the first time in India. Okay, the anion exchange membrane electrolyzer array. Okay, the question is, India's first pure green hydrogen pilot plant started in which place? It started in Assam. They can also ask the question on AEM. They can also ask the question of about the capacity. The capacity is 10 kg per day. Okay, so please be sure about this particular issue. The next issue. Bihar sends fresh proposal seeking UNESCO's heritage tag for 2500 years old Cyclopean wall. Cyclopean wall of Rajgir. Okay, a place in Bihar. It's an ancient city. So the Cyclopean wall of Rajgir is a 40 kilometers long wall of stone which encircled the ancient city of Rajgir to protect it from external enemies and invaders, built before 3rd century BC. See, the name Cyclopean wall, why it is being called as Cyclopean wall is, that is because it is similar with the ancient Greek walls. It is being built in the model of the ancient Greek walls, hence it is being called as the Cyclopean wall. So it is 40 kilometers long wall of stone, and remember, this Rajgir was the capital city of King Bimbisara. Capital city of King Bimbisara, and his son Ajata Shatru. Alright, so the Rajgir was the capital city of the king Bimbisara and his son Ajata Shatru, who were the contemporaries of the Buddha. Remember this. So the Bihar government has sent a fresh proposal to the Archaeological Survey of India to get Cyclopean wall, the UNESCO's heritage tag, which is a more than 2500 years old structure at Rajgir. There are chances of this particular wall getting listed in the UNESCO World Heritage Sites list. However, there are some other places also which are already having the UNESCO World Heritage tags in the Bihar. Since the Cyclopean wall belongs to the Bihar state, there are chances they may ask about other UNESCO sites in the Bihar. Which are the other UNESCO sites in the Bihar? The first one is the Nalanda University. Okay, first one is Nalanda University, and second one is Mahabodhi Temple of Bodh Gaya. I'm writing it here. Mahabodhi Temple of Bodh Gaya. So these are the two places which have got the UNESCO World Heritage tags in the Bihar. The question is, Bihar government has sent a fresh proposal for UNESCO heritage tag for which monument? It is the Cyclopean wall. See, these two have already got the UNESCO heritage tags. So now this is supposed to get the tag Cyclopean wall. Next issue. Where is the country's first seaweed park set up? So seaweed parks. What exactly is a seaweed? See, a seaweed is the it's a particular marine species, or it is the group of marine plants and algae that grow in the oceans as well as in the rivers, lakes and other water bodies. So seaweed is the common name for countless species of marine plants and algae that grow in the oceans as well as in rivers, lakes and other water bodies. As per the Ministry of State for Fishing, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, so for the first time in the country, a seaweed park will be set up in the Tamil Nadu. Okay, it will be set up in Tamil Nadu to improve the livelihood of the fisherman. And it will be implemented under the Prime Minister's Matsya Sampada Yojana. Remember this particular Yojana here. It will be implemented under the Minister's Matsya Sampada Yojana. Okay, Matsya Sampada Yojana. So government also runs a seaweed mission launched by Technology Information Forecasting and Assessment Council, that is TIFAC, for commercial farming of seaweeds and its processing. So remember, since it is the first time a seaweed park is getting set up in the country, so they may ask, so it is getting set up in the Tamil Nadu. Next issue. Naga Mirchi got the GI tag in which year? So what is Naga Mirchi? Naga Mirchi, it is also being called as Raja Mirchi. It is also called as Raja Mirchi, Bhoot Jolakia and Ghost Pepper. So here is the list. So it is also called as Raja Mirchi, Bhoot Jolakia and the Ghost Pepper. These are the other names of the Naga Mirchi. And remember, it has got the GI tag in the year 2008. It has got GI tag in the year 2008. Since it was in the news in the recent days, they may ask this also. Okay, so this is the world's hottest chili and is constantly on the top 5 in the list of the world's hottest chilies based on the Scoville heat units. What exactly is this Scoville heat units or SHU? So this will measure the pungency of the chili peppers and number of times the capsaicin needs to be diluted by the sugar water. See, why exactly chili is spicy? So what is the reason? That is mainly because of the presence of capsaicin content in it. The capsaicin will give us that particular spicy taste, and this SHU, Scoville heat units, will measure that particular capsaicin to be diluted by the sugar and water. So how many times it has to be diluted? So that count will be given, measured by the SHU. And as the name suggests, it is Naga. So definitely it should be from the Nagaland. And some other geographical indication tag products from the Nagaland are Naga tree tomato and Chakshisan shawl and the Naga cucumber. So these are the 3 important products which the Nagaland has got the geographical indication tag. So the next issue, which state is the major producer of parboiled rice? What is the issue of the parboiled rice? Why it is in the news recently? See, what is parboiled rice is? Parboiled rice is the rice that has been partially boiled at the paddy stage before milling. And recently, central government has expressed its desire to stop the purchase of excess parboiled rice, of which Telangana is the major producer. So here the answer is the Telangana. Next issue. Who is the brand ambassador of Karnataka Brain Health Initiative? So what exactly is this Brain Health Initiative? So this has been launched by state government in association with NIMANS and Niti Aayog. So this is mainly to treat the brain related issues like epilepsy, headache, strokes, dementia and brain infections. And who is the brand ambassador for this Karnataka Brain Health Initiative? So it is Robin Uthappa. Okay, remember Robin Uthappa is the brand ambassador of the Karnataka Brain Health Initiative. Next question. Khelo India Uni Games 2021 is held in. So where exactly this is being held? See, this is the second edition. Uni Games 2021 is the second edition. The second edition of the Khelo India University Games was supposed to be held in the year 2021 as the name suggests here. But it was postponed to 2022 due to the COVID-19 in the country. The event, which aims to create a platform for youth and showcase their sporting excellence. So it is the government of Karnataka along with the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports is all geared up to host the biggest national sporting extravaganza post-pandemic here with the Jain University as the host. Alright. So who is the host? It is Jain University of Bengaluru. Jain University of Bengaluru. And remember, this is launched by the brainchild of Department of Youth Empowerment and Sports, that is DYES, and the Jain deemed to be University, Bengaluru. And this is the second edition. Okay, this is the second edition. So where was the first edition held? The first edition was held in 2020. Okay, it was held in 2020. That is the first edition. And it was held in Bhubaneswar. Okay, it was held in Bhubaneswar. Next issue. Pradhana Mantri Garib Kalyan package. So what is this particular package? So this is the package which deals with the insurance scheme for healthcare workers who are fighting COVID-19, and Union government has extended this package insurance scheme for healthcare workers fighting COVID-19 for a period of 180 days. It was supposed to end on 19th April 2022, but now it has been extended for 3 more months or for 180 days, and it has been decided to extend the policy so as to continue to provide the safety net to the dependents of health workers who are deputed to take care of COVID-19 patients. And about the scheme, this was launched in March 2020 under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and this provides the comprehensive personal accident cover of rupees 50 lakhs, up to 50 lakhs to around 22 to 12 lakh healthcare providers, which includes, these community health workers, private health workers who may have been in the direct contact and care of COVID-19 patients, or like private hospital staff, or retired or volunteer, or even local urban contract workers, daily wages, ad hoc workers, outsourced staff requisitioned by the states, central hospitals, AIMS, etc. All the, whoever, all the healthcare workers who are fighting the COVID-19 are all included in this particular package. So remember the duration which has been extended. It has been extended for a duration of 3 months. Since COVID-19 is very much in the news, they may ask this. Remember this, okay? Next issue. 9 private banks on account aggregator system. 5 public sector banks in line. See, this particular system, that is account aggregator or AA, this is a RBI regulated entity with an NBFC AA license that helps an individual securely and digitally access and share information from one financial institution that they have an account with to any other regulated financial institutions with the AA network. Very secure system actually. See, for example, if I have an account in some particular bank, HDFC, okay, and HDFC is having the account aggregator system. So now, since I have an account in the HDFC, so what this particular AA system does is, so this will securely and it will allow the digital access and share information of my particular account from my financial institution, that is the HDFC, to some other system which is under the AA. For example, Axis Bank is also under AA. So if I have to share my details from HDFC to the Axis, then this account aggregator system will securely transfer my information from HDFC to Axis Bank. So this is the AA system. So this is an RBI regulated entity. Okay. So the account aggregator ecosystem, which went live in September last year, aiming to transform how credit is processed and accessed in the country, has seen 9 lenders to go live on it. That is, 9 private banks are now using the account aggregator system. And among large private sector banks, HDFC, ICICI, Axis Bank, Kotak Mahindra and IndusLand banks are live on the account aggregator system. And 5 public sector banks are also in line to start with the account aggregator system. So remember the names of these private sector banks. Okay. The next issue. Poverty in India declined 12.3% points. Great news for us actually. See, World Bank's findings have published by IMF. So here is the news. The World Bank findings comes close on the heels of the working paper published by the International Monetary Fund IMF, saying India has almost eradicated extremes level of poverty. Okay, it has eradicated extreme level of poverty. So it says poverty head count rate in India has declined from 22.5% in 2011 to 10.2% in 2019. So total decline is almost 12.3%. Alright, so poverty reduction was higher in rural areas compared to the urban India, as rural poverty declined from 26.3% in 2011 to 11.6% in 2019, while in urban areas the decline was from 14.2 to 6.3% during the corresponding period. However, the total decline was 12.3%. Remember this also. Okay, so the next issue. Iron beam laser interception system. What exactly is this system? See, this is being developed by Israel and it has successfully tested the new iron beam. So what is this new iron beam technology? Let me read out it first and then let me explain. Israel's new laser missile defense system has successfully intercepted mortars, rockets and anti-tank missiles in recent tests. Defense Ministry Benny Gantz said that on the Thursday. The Israeli-made laser system, designed to complement a series of aerial defense systems such as the costly Iron Dome deployed by Israel, will be operational as soon as possible, Gantz said. See, this is the world's first energy-based weapon system. I repeat again, this is the world's first energy-based weapon system that uses a laser to shoot down the incoming UAVs, rockets and mortars at the cost of $3.50 per shot. Okay, and remember, this is the world's first energy-based weapon system. This can destroy or shut down any incoming UAVs, rockets and mortars at the cost of $3.50 per shot. And this was recently tested by destroying incoming ordnance in the Negev deserts. The successful testing of the device joins a recently announced US Navy test of a similar weapon platform called the Layered Laser Defense, that is LLD, and LLD was tested at the High Energy Laser System Test Facility at the White Sands Missile Range in the New Mexico. See, as a laser air defense system begins to move from the concept to the action. So this was only conceptual actually, the laser air defense. So now it is now into the action from the concept. This may actually sound as a fiction movie which we usually see, but now it is a reality. See, there's a tweet here. Israel has successfully tested the new Iron Beam laser interception system. This is the world's first energy-based weapon system that uses a laser to shoot down incoming UAVs, rockets and mortars at a cost of $3.50 per shot. And this was tested in the Negev deserts. Where are the Negev deserts? Negev deserts are in the southern Israel. Okay, in the southern part of the Israel. Okay, the next issue. So very simple topic. India's gold imports have raised. Okay, India's gold imports have raised. See, gold imports have rose by 33.34% to rupees 46.14 billion on account of higher demand in 2021 and 22. So in 2020-21 it was about 34.62 billion, and now in 21-22 it is now 46.14 billion. And remember, India is the second largest gold consumer after the China. So first largest gold consumer in the world is China, and the second largest gold consumer is India. Next issue. Semicon India 2022. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the first Semicon India 2022 conference in Bangalore on April 29th. And why? What is the main motto of this particular Semicon India conference, or motive is, the vision is to make India a significant player in the global semiconductor value chain, and this will attract the best minds across the world from the semiconductor industry, research and academia, and will act as a big step in fulfilling Prime Minister's vision of making India a global hub of electronics manufacturing and the semiconductor industry. Okay, so this was held in Bengaluru. Remember, there are chances of asking this question, that where was the Semicon India 2022 held? It was held in Bengaluru. The next one. World's first crypto-backed payment card launched. So here, very important name you are supposed to remember, Nexo. Nexo, it is a London-based cryptocurrency lender. Okay, it's a London-based cryptocurrency lender and a leading regulated institution for digital asset. This is partnering with MasterCard to launch the world's first crypto-backed payment card that will allow user to spend without selling their digital assets, selling their digital assets. Nexo, remember this Nexo word. It's a London-based cryptocurrency lender, and the card also comes with direct Apple Pay and Google Pay integrations, and the card holders can add it to their preferred mobile wallet from the Nexo wallet app. The card is linked to a Nexo provider, a crypto-backed credit line that allows the card holders to use their digital assets as collaterals rather than selling them. It's like you can keep those for the mortgage and use it. There is no need to sell your digital assets. So that is what the advantage of this particular first crypto-backed payment card. Okay, the next issue. Purple frog or pig-nosed frog. What is this purple frog? See, this is a species with the scientific name Nasica batrachus sayadrensis. Okay, Nasica batrachus sayadrensis. And this is endemic to the Western Ghats in India. By the name Sayadrensis only you can identify it is found in the Western Ghats. It is discovered in 2023 in the Idukki district of Kerala. Okay, Idukki district of Kerala. And recently it is in the news because of the threats that it is into the endangered list of the IUCN red list. Okay, so what are the threats? Deforestation from expanding cultivation, consumption and harvesting by the local communities. And one speciality of this particular purple frog because of its color, you can see it here, see it is purple. Pig-nosed frog is, just look at the nose of the frog. If you just close off this part, then if you see it, it looks like a pig nose only. So it is called as pig-nosed frog. And one speciality of this is it remains underground most of the time in a year. Almost in a year it will be underground only except for some 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, except for some 2 to 3 weeks during the monsoon when it comes out to mate. So leaving that 2 to 3 weeks, all the time it will be underground only. Okay, so remember purple frog, pig nose, or which is called as pig nosed frog. Next issue, Vaquita porpoise. Again, the scientific name is Phocina sinus. Okay, it is Phocina sinus is the scientific name. Why it is in news is, remember, its population has declined. Its population has declined by 98% in 2 decades. Its population has declined by 98% in 2 decades, and it is the world's smallest cetacean and the most endangered marine animal. Okay, it's the world's smallest cetacean and it is the world's most endangered marine animal. It is known as the panda of the sea. It's known as the panda of the sea for the distinctive black circles around its eyes, and it is found in the Gulf of California in Mexico. And its status in the IUCN Red List is it is critically endangered. Okay, it's critically endangered. And what is the threat for it? It's gillnet fishing for totoba and endangered fish threatened by illegal fishing for international markets. So these are the threats which are posed to the Vaquita porpoise. Next issue, Tea Promotion and Development Bill. Very important news, guys. Please remember this. See, this bill will replace the Tea Act of year 1953. Previously, we had a Tea Act of year 1953. So this new bill, that is Tea Promotion and Development Bill 2022, will now replace this particular Tea Act 1953, which was enacted for the purpose of regulating the tea industry, including the tea cultivation, export and establishment of the tea board. So this particular new bill, it will remove here is the news. See, it will remove the archaic or redundant provisions, do away with the license, promote ease of doing business and boost exports from the sector. It will also remove the imposition of cess on the tea produced in the India and removal of planted tea without the permission. And remember, guys, India is the second largest producer of the tea in the world with 20% share. Okay, second largest producer of tea with 20% share, and India is the fourth largest tea exporter. After Sri Lanka, China and Kenya. Okay, after Sri Lanka, China and Kenya, then comes India. Okay. And remember, guys, India produces some of the world's finest teas, such as we have Darjeeling tea, we have Assam tea, we have Nilgiri tea. So these are few of the finest teas in the world. Okay, so remember this Tea Promotion and Development Bill 2022. So these are some of the important issues which happened in the third week of the April. And as said earlier, so this is a third week's news. So once the fourth week comes up, or by the first week of the next month, the notes will be available. Anyways, I'll inform in the next video the exact dates when the handwritten notes will be out for the circulation. And of course, the address is already been mentioned. You can check out in the description box. So in the next week's video or in the fourth video of the April or the last video of the April, I'll mention the dates when exactly the current affairs notes, the handwritten notes will be out for the circulation. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video with the remaining current affairs of the month. Thank you.